Thomas County Central has been the talk of the offseason, but now the Yellow Jackets get to back up the hype hosting Monroe.
And a handful of Florida schools now a part of the Sunshine State Athletic Association, with Aucilla Christian making its FHSAA debut tonight.
But the wait no longer. Thomasville and Brooks County, the War on 84. Football Friday night starts now.
The Big Bend and South Georgia's premier high school football show. This is the award-winning Football Friday Night on WCTV.
Welcome into your Football Friday Night. Ryan Kelly, Alison, Posey, Taylor Vile standing by. It is a packed show, so rather than tell you about the new bells and whistles, you'll see them. We're happy to have football back, and we are most certainly to have a great game of the week right now.
100%. And what a week one it was, too. Not just with our game of the week, but all across South Georgia.
Absolutely. But Veterans Memorial Stadium, rain or shine, and there was certainly a whole lot of rain. Brooks County and Thomasville. Taylor Viles is at the Vet tonight in the Rose City. Taylor, one of these teams certainly made a statement here in week one.
Yeah, Ryan, Allison, well, it was a great game of the week for the home team, Thomasville Bulldogs. They wasted no time jumping on Brooks County, and now we got some great highlights for you. Let's jump right into them now. And here we go. The 2025 regular season is underway for the Bulldogs and Trojans. The rain definitely kept some fans away, but the Bulldogs student section out in full force as usual. A rough start to this game for Brooks County as multiple offensive penalties backed them up, leading to a Thomasville safety, 2-0 late in the first. Bulldogs looking to add on, and 8 seconds into the second quarter, number 8 escapes to the outside and breaks the plane. The quarterback, Cam Hill, with the Bulldogs' first touchdown of the season. In the red zone again, this time it's a handoff to Levante Cole. No one will catch the speedy senior back, and Thomasville is threatening to run away with the game of the week before halftime. Bulldogs make that threat a reality. Cam Hill breaks through the defense for a long run. The four-year starter turns this game into a laugher with his second touchdown, and Thomasville wins its third straight against the Trojans to start 2025 with a win. And I'm here with Thomasville Bulldogs head coach Jonathan DeLay. Jonathan, what did impress you about your team tonight?
Yeah, they just played so great in all three phases of the game. You know, we're kind of back and forth early in the game. We get the safety, and then we follow it up with a big touchdown drive. You know, got the onside kick there and score again. And it was one of those games where, you know, you felt like you had the lead, but at any moment it could break open. I was just so proud of our kids, especially our defense. We asked them to come out and be violent, communicate, be good tacklers, and they did a great job. But, you know, I told the team this week, I said, special teams will be the reason we dominate, and it was tonight.
All right, I really appreciate it, Jonathan.
Thanks.
Good luck. Now look to carry this win into week 2 next week. For now, in Thomasville, I'm Taylor Viles, WCTV Sports. What a great week 1 high school football game.
Yeah, thanks so much, Taylor, and thanks to Coach DeLay for sticking around. Know the rain pushed everything back, but I'd say if you wear red and gold, it was certainly worth the win.
Week 1 rivalry win, it doesn't get much better than that. It sets the tone early for a season that they want to have.
And Brooks, listen, plenty of time to recover.
Oh, yeah.
I know some interesting things happened with their quarterback situation. They'll get that all straightened out. Still a state title contender for sure. And speaking of, 2 perennial contenders in 2 different classifications out in Moultrie tonight.
Absolutely. At the Hog Pen, Colquitt County hosting perennial 4A power Benedictine from Savannah to Pack. Trailing 7-0 in the first. Bring in the trickeration. Cohen Lawson, pitch back to Jay Lamar. Back to Lawson, who picks up the first down and sets up this. Lawson, the keeper, in for 6 points. The extra point is good. We got ourselves a tie ball game. And how about some special teams showing up? Benedictine forced the punt, ball sailing high. Kicker tries to make something happen, but Quinhari Thornton right there to say, not today. Lawson would punch it in to put the Packers up 14-7. Benedictine would tie things up in the second quarter. Stephen Cannon, beautiful ball here for the score. We're tied at the half, and this one, Ryan, staying close. How about this? Decided on a 37-yard field goal as time expired. The Pack 1-0, downing the Cadets 27-24.
I just think it's great that there's a quarterback named Cannon. Rothmore Stadium for Lanier County. The Bulldogs' first home game since Hurricane Helene hosting Mitchell. First drive of the game. How about Parnell Yates taking the direct snap? Nobody gonna catch him. Puts him on the board. But instead of going for the field goal, Mitchell's gonna go for 2. And whoops, fumbled snap, but doesn't matter because Jonathan Eason going to find his man. The two-pointer is good. It's an 8-0 lead for the visitors. But Benedictine squad comes storming on back. How about the senior QB, Drake Wolford, takes the snap, going to keep the ball for an outside run. Bulldogs going into Eagles territory. And how about showing the stiff arm?
Okay.
Good stuff.
I see
And
you.
then he gets the arm here as well, throwing it downfield. Going to be an amazing catch. Take a look-see here. Nice stuff, but unfortunately just not enough. Lanier's night ends 28-14, your final score. When we come on back, why don't we go back to the Rose City? Thomas County Central, one of the biggest hype teams in 5A. We'll see if Justin Rogers' squad will live up to that hype against Monroe on your Football Friday night. Don't think there will be many people with their finger and their thumb in the shape of an L on their forehead this week in Thomasville. Big winners were the Bulldogs as we salute the Marching Bulldogs, our band of the week, playing all-star during halftime. Welcome back to your Football Friday night. Can't wait to salute bands throughout the whole year.
We're starting that this year. So every week we'll feature a different high school band as our band of the week. Like you said, no one with the shape of an L on their forehead.
Not at
so
all.
A good way to kick it off.
And the rivals next door are hoping for the same. Monroe and Thomas County Central, 5A's most talked about team, looking to keep up the hype against the Tornadoes. Opening drive, Jalen Johnson, Christian Lawrence refusing to go down.
Okay. Okay.
One tackle, two tackle, three tackle, doesn't matter. 6-0 Central, just like that. Later on in the first, Johnson dumps one off to Watkins. He's going to refuse to go down too. Goodness
It's a trend.
gracious. A 13-0 avalanche right out of the gate. Still the first. And still the Jackets.
Shocker.
This time, how about a handoff to Evan Martin right up the gut? And why not? Green
Right
grass
to
and
ya.
high tides forever. A house call for the talented junior. This one was over before it even started. Jackets win 56-7. Next up, the rivals from Cairo.
Fresh off a 10-win season, Lowndes opening up the year at the Concrete Palace, hosting Jenkins from Savannah. Lots of hard-nosed football in this one. Dominic Johnson gets the dump down, but he's met by a sea of crimson. From there, the home team grounds and pounds, runs it up the gut once again and again and again, until eventually the home team is going to find the end zone. Lowndes in complete control tonight. This play a little too nice not to show, because when you fake out the cameraman, you deserve to be on TV. Jenkins, Benari, Mells turns on the Jets, but a little too late. Vikings cruise 43-20 over the Warriors.
All right, let's head to Bazemore Hiders Stadium, staying in Wintersville. The Cats looking to air it out as Valdosta hosts Tuck. Jamarian Mingo over the middle, moving the sticks for the home team, and he is fired up to be playing football again. Visitors try to follow suit. This is a nice little move from the receiver, but Tucker highlights that's about all for them throughout the evening. Tyreek Wade would also get in this game under center, and he made some things happen with his legs, bursting into the open field. He's so close to scoring a touchdown, but don't fret. He'll get it through the air, courtesy of Marquise Fennell's outstretched arm. Touchdown Cats, 63-19. Valdosta cruises in this one.
All right, only one Florida game counting tonight in Jefferson County as Aucilla Christian begins its first year in the Sunshine State Athletic Association. They hosted Wewahitchka tonight. Warriors also under new management with head coach Matt Wheeler. First play here, Landon LaRosa to Cooper Wiles. That's going to be, guess what?
A lot of green grass
And
a touchdown.
That's a touchdown, 6-0. The field goal was missed. So here we go again. LaRosa, Bryson Mills.
Hello.
He says, get out of the way. Nothing but green again. He's gone. Another touchdown. They get the 2-point conversion, so it's an even 14-0. LaRosa, we're going to say his name a lot this season. He keeps it, runs through the middle for another touchdown. All ACA tonight, folks. 27-0 over the Wewah Gators.
Back to the Peach State and a new head coach in Georgia as Daryl Jones takes over
The
at
fit.
Brookwood.
Rocking the
Awesome fit. We love the tie. We don't love Westfield up big to start the second half. And we're not big fans of Stone St. Clair going all the way to the end zone. A 41-0 lead for the Brookwood. But this young squad, give them a ton of credit. Kept fighting. Jeremy Queen Jr., the suplex tackle out of bounds. keep Westfield behind the chains and force a punt. Highlights, unfortunately, few and far between, but still plenty of room to move up 40-0. Your final score.
On the road in Ellaville tonight, Seminole County paying a visit to Schley County. Schley County taking on Seminole at home. First quarter here, Seminole ball. Ellis Denham connects with Timothy Brown off the tip drill. Indians would get on the board first tonight. Schley County's their turn to respond.
Eventually.
And a bobbled snap
there it
is going to lead to a Seminole turnover. We like that for the Indians, and they look to capitalize off of that turnover, and they do, as Ellis does it by himself to push the lead to double digits. Before the second quarter, Seminole County would go on to extend the lead. They win the contest 39-14.
All right, let's take you out to the little board. We don't have a big board completely for you tonight, but still some scores. Bainbridge kept it pretty close with Coffee tonight, 28-14 on the road. Clinch County, big winners over Bacon. Cook takes down Berrien 29-6. Westover over Early. And then the two games last night. I know you weren't here last night, AP. The Florida High Godby game at Gene Cox was an absolute dandy. That one really came down to the final drive. And
of note, that game did count. They petitioned the FHSAA, so that game, even though it's preseason in Florida, that game did count for them. So Florida High is 1-0.
Plays of the week, game of the week, all that good stuff right after this. Let's put a bow on our final football Friday night of week one, and our only football Friday night of week one.
We have multiple.
Hey, we're shaking off the rust just like everybody else, but I'll tell you who wasn't. Our play of the week nominees. Aucilla Christian's Bryson Mills with the great catch, and then the whoop, see you later as ACA makes it look easy against the Wewahitchka Gators.
All right, Thomas County Central's Christian Lawrence getting through. No one, not two, 3 tackles. Gets his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, Central ended up rolling Monroe. This one, a Thursday night game. Elijah Brandon almost took me out, but it doesn't matter because he's got 2 toes down,
touchdown.
2 feet down, whatever you want to say, as the Knowles outlast God. But you know what to do. Vote for your favorite on WCTV.tv, and then come on back next week for Florida's official opener with a great Tallahassee rivalry right out of the gate.
Absolutely. Rickards and Godby squaring off. Always a good one when these two face each other.
All right, hey, join us right after this for WCTV Sports Overtime as we talk about the big storylines of week one.
Get on and talk to us. Yeah. It's not fun unless you join us.
Of course it's not. So, hey, we'll see you there in just a little bit. But for now, that'll do it for us for FFN number 1.